My name is Alejandro Parodi. I am a postdoc researcher in Wageningen University, and I'm working in Working Package 6, redesign of circular food systems. So I'm now coordinating the working package and also coordinating the interrelations with the other experimental working packages, because our work is about modeling food systems, and these models have to be somehow linked with the work that other working packages are doing. Why is it relevant? Yeah. So basically, what we aim with circular food systems is to supply a healthy and nutritious diet for the human population. And for this project, we are working at a European scale. So in a circular food system, we efficiently use the available resources like land use, for example, the agricultural land or the grasslands, and we can reuse all byproducts and co-products that are produced in this system. So the idea is to produce a healthy diet for a human population with the lowest environmental impact. So for that, we need really to understand how crop production works, how livestock production works, and we have already a working model which we aim to use to predict the future. So basically, we are modeling future systems. With climate change, crop yields, for instance, will change. And we account for that. And also, ideally, we also want to take into account the changes in animal productivities or any other parameters that can be due to new innovations. Yeah, so indeed we started a bit later on the project because our working package started a bit later, but our first task is basically link our circular food system model, which, as I explained before, it really models the land use part, the animal part, the crop production system, processing, food waste, like it's a whole food system model, quite big. And in the first stack, the idea is that we combine another model called LPGML from Potsdam Institute for Climate Change Research, and they will provide new crop yields for future climate scenarios. So the task that we are working now is actually to link those models because they operate differently, and we are busy now with that. Harmonizing approaches. Once that's done, we kind of can predict how crop yields will look in the future, and we can model circular food systems. But we have working package 2, working package 3 and 4 doing different or assessing different mitigation strategies on feeding, on breeding, and also on husbandry. So we want to add to our models those mitigation strategies. And that's also what we have been working in these days here in Frick, to see what kind of data we can put in. We can also understand what is the limitation or also what our models can do, so they also know, and what kind of data we can get from them. So then ideally, we will model future food systems with innovations, and then we want to translate that into a more local level, and for that we work with FIBEL researchers. And then we have 2 more tasks. One is related to the consequences for food security outside Europe, because climate change is not only affecting European crop yields or animal yields, but it's also affecting crop yields outside Europe. And of course, all trade flows will change, right? So that's also something that we assess. And finally, we are doing a serious game with the European stakeholders to assess new scenarios. And the game is a way to translate the beliefs or ideas that people have into a modeling setting. So I think one of the main contributions of Re-Livestock is that we have people working at different levels, right? A lot of people working at the animal level, so with breeding or with feeding strategies. We have teams working at the farm level, right? How these strategies perform in a farm. And then we are working at the food system level, which is a much broader view. So, I mean, that interaction between animal, farm, and food system is quite nice, I would say, and this is like a strong point of the project. And of course, we have the colleagues working on a more stakeholder part also. So, yeah, I think the contribution is it's working across scales, hopefully with one narrative that we can build up. So it's a transdisciplinary project. that aims to make the livestock sector more resilient to climate change.